Most people struggle with fatigue, bloating, brain fog, and stubborn weight issues without ever realizing that the root cause isn't just diet or stress, it's a leaky gut and a damaged microbiome. When the gut lining becomes permeable, tiny particles from food, toxins, and microbes slip into the bloodstream, triggering chronic inflammation that silently undermines every system in your body. This low-grade inflammation doesn't just affect digestion impact, energy, hormone balance, immune resilience, and even your mood. The problem is conventional advice rarely addresses the true cause. Probiotics alone, fiber supplements, or bland gut-friendly diets may help a little, but they rarely repair the gut lining or restore microbial balance at a meaningful level. What most people don't know is that there is one clinically proven, science-backed food that acts as a repair powerhouse for the gut. This first gut repair secret nourishes the intestinal lining, reduces inflammation, and selectively feeds beneficial bacteria, helping them thrive so your microbiome can rebalance naturally. Within just 14 days, you can experience noticeable improvements in bloating, digestion, and energy levels, unlike the slow, uncertain results of generic gut protocols. By targeting the underlying cause rather than the symptoms, this approach provides faster, more lasting results. It's not a band-aid fix. It's a biological reset that addresses the permeability of your gut wall, reduces systemic inflammation, and supports optimal microbial diversity. While most supplements simply mask symptoms or attempt to rebalance the gut without repairing it, this method actually strengthens the gut's defenses, allowing your body to heal from the inside out. In a world full of trendy gut hacks and conflicting advice, this secret is backed by clinical science, real-world results, and decades of nutritional research, making it the most effective strategy for anyone who wants true gut restoration and long-term health. The integrity of your gut lining is the cornerstone of overall health, yet it's one of the most overlooked factors in chronic fatigue, digestive disorders, and inflammation. The gut lining is composed of a single layer of cells connected by structures known as tight junctions, which act like gatekeepers, controlling what passes from the intestines into the bloodstream. When these tight junctions are strong, only fully digested nutrients enter circulation. When they weaken, a condition commonly referred to as leaky gut develops, allowing toxins, partially digested proteins, and harmful microbes to pass through. This triggers an immune response, setting off systemic inflammation that can affect every organ system in the body. One of the primary drivers of gut permeability is an imbalanced microbiome or dysbiosis. Your gut is home to trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms that work in harmony to digest food, produce essential nutrients, and regulate immune function. When harmful bacteria overgrow or beneficial bacteria are depleted, they release toxins that damage the intestinal lining and interfere with tight junctions. This imbalance doesn't just cause bloating or discomfort, it signals the immune system to respond aggressively, resulting in inflammation that spreads beyond the gut. The liver becomes overworked trying to detoxify these compounds. The brain can experience fog or mood swings, and hormone regulation is disrupted, leading to fatigue, weight gain, or irregular cycles. Poor diet, chronic stress, environmental toxins, infections, and certain medications all exacerbate gut damage. Processed foods and refined sugars feed harmful bacteria and yeast, while antibiotics, anti-inflammatory drugs can wipe out beneficial species, leaving the gut defenseless. Stress hormones like cortisol further weaken tight junctions, making the gut lining more permeable and triggering a cycle where dysbiosis and inflammation reinforce each other over time. This continuous assault prevents the gut from healing naturally, leaving you stuck with persistent digestive issues, fatigue, or metabolic problems. Understanding this cause and effect relationship makes it clear why a targeted, science-backed repair approach is necessary. Simply taking a probiotic or following generic gut advice may provide temporary relief, but it does not strengthen the lining, restore microbial diversity, or calm systemic inflammation efficiently. To achieve fast, lasting results, the gut must be nourished with specific nutrients that rebuild tight junctions, support beneficial bacteria, and reduce inflammatory triggers simultaneously. Only then can the body begin to restore digestive function, optimize immunity, balance hormones, and improve metabolic health. A strategic gut repair protocol addresses both the structure and function of the intestine, feeding the microbiome in a way that favors beneficial species while directly repairing damage at the cellular level. This dual approach explains why some people experience rapid improvements in bloating, energy, and digestion within just 2 weeks, whereas those relying on standard supplements or fad diets see little to no change. By targeting the root cause rather than masking symptoms, you create a foundation for long-term health, prevent chronic inflammation, and support resilience against future stressors or dietary indiscretion, giving your body the chance to heal fully and sustainably. The reason this first gut repair secret is so effective lies in its ability to address the root mechanisms that underlie gut dysfunction rather than just masking symptoms. The intestinal lining is composed of epithelial cells linked by tight junctions, which act like gates, controlling the passage of nutrients and preventing harmful substances from entering the bloodstream. When these tight junctions are compromised, inflammation spreads throughout the body, digestion becomes inefficient, and nutrient absorption suffers. The secret strategy directly nourishes these cells, providing the essential building blocks needed to repair and strengthen the intestinal barrier. By restoring tight junction integrity, it prevents the leakage of toxins and microbial fragments that drive systemic inflammation. At the same time, this approach selectively feeds beneficial bacteria, encouraging microbial diversity. A balanced microbiome not only improves digestion and fermentation of fibers into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate, which are crucial for gut cell energy, but also helps regulate the immune system. Dysbiosis allows pathogenic species to proliferate, producing endotoxins that stimulate inflammatory cytokines such as TNF-alpha and IL-6. The first secret reduces these inflammatory signals by fostering a healthier microbial environment and providing anti-inflammatory compounds that calm the immune system. This is why many people notice reductions in bloating, digestive discomfort, and brain fog after just a couple of weeks. Nutrient absorption is another key benefit. When the gut lining is damaged, vitamins, minerals, and amino acids pass through incompletely, leaving the body malnourished even on a good diet. By repairing the lining, this method allows nutrients to enter the bloodstream efficiently, supporting energy production, hormone synthesis, and overall cellular function. Conventional approaches often fail because they treat each symptom in isolation. Probiotics may introduce beneficial bacteria, but do not repair damaged epithelial cells. Fiber supplements feed bacteria, but do not restore tight junctions. Anti-inflammatory medications may temporarily reduce inflammation, but suppress the immune response rather than addressing its cause. This secret strategy combines both structural and functional restoration. It supplies the biological materials needed for gut cells to rebuild, support the ecosystem of beneficial microbes, and modulates immune activity to prevent ongoing inflammation. Clinically, patients show measurable improvements in gut permeability markers, reduction in inflammatory cytokines, and more stable energy and digestion within a short period. The approach is not theoretical. It is grounded in research demonstrating that targeted nutrients combined with microbial support produce faster and more complete healing than generic gut advice or supplements alone. By addressing the interplay between lining integrity, microbiome balance, immune regulation, and nutrient absorption, it creates an environment where the gut can heal efficiently, systemic inflammation decreases, and long-term resilience is restored, offering a sustainable solution that conventional methods rarely achieve. Repairing the gut does more than improve digestion. It transforms the body from the inside out because the gut is central to virtually every system. Energy production, for example, is profoundly influenced by gut health. A damaged gut lining and dysbiosis limit nutrient absorption, leaving mitochondria, the energy factories of our cells, starved of essential vitamins, minerals, and amino acids. When the lining is restored and beneficial bacteria are thriving, nutrients are efficiently absorbed, fueling mitochondrial function and dramatically improving stamina, focus, and daily energy levels. Many patients notice a surge in vitality within 2 weeks of following a targeted gut repair strategy. The immune system is equally dependent on gut integrity. Around 70% of immune cells reside in the gut-associated lymphoid tissue, constantly interacting with microbial signals to determine whether to activate or tolerate immune responses. A compromised gut triggers chronic low-grade inflammation, weakening immunity and increasing susceptibility to infections, allergies, and autoimmune reactions. Repairing the gut lining and rebalancing the microbiome recalibrates immune activity, reducing inappropriate inflammatory responses while strengthening defenses against pathogens. This helps prevent flare-ups of chronic conditions and creates a body that responds efficiently rather than overreacting to everyday challenges. Hormonal balance is another area where gut repair produces significant benefits. The microbiome plays a key role in metabolizing and recycling hormones such as estrogen, thyroid hormones, and cortisol. Dysbiosis disrupts this process, contributing to fatigue, weight fluctuations, mood instability, and metabolic dysfunction. Restoring the gut allows hormone levels to stabilize naturally, supporting healthy cycles, stress management, and metabolic efficiency. Mood and cognitive clarity are also closely tied to gut function. The gut produces neurotransmitters like serotonin and communicates directly with the brain through the gut-brain axis. Inflammation from leaky gut can impair this signaling, resulting in brain fog, anxiety, or depression. By repairing the intestinal lining and reducing systemic inflammation, neurotransmitter production normalizes, enhancing focus, memory, and emotional stability. Patients often report a noticeable improvement in mental clarity, motivation, and overall cognitive performance. Skin health and detoxification reflect the gut's role in filtering and eliminating toxins. A healthy microbiome prevents the absorption of harmful substances that contribute to acne, eczema, and premature aging. The liver and kidneys function more efficiently when the gut is intact, enhancing detoxification pathways. Nutrients absorbed through a repaired gut support collagen production and antioxidant defenses, leading to healthier, clearer skin and reduced signs of oxidative stress. The benefits are cumulative and systemic. Addressing gut integrity improves energy, immunity, hormones, mood, cognition, and skin health. Demonstrated that a healthy gut is not just about digestion, it's the foundation for whole body wellness. A targeted gut repair protocol delivers these improvements faster, more reliably than generic advice because it tackles the cause rather than masking symptoms. As the gut heals, the body experiences both immediate relief and long-term resilience, creating a stable platform for vibrant health across all organ systems. Implementing the first gut repair secret is straightforward when approached systematically, but the key is consistency and attention to timing, nutrients, and supportive habits. The foundation begins with incorporating the gut repairing food daily, ideally at the start of day or between meals to allow optimal absorption and minimize interference from other foods. A measured portion provides the bioactive compounds necessary to nourish the intestinal lining, strengthen tight junctions, and feed beneficial bacteria. Pairing it with a small amount of healthy fat enhances bioavailability, while avoiding processed foods, sugars, and alcohol ensures that the microbiome can respond positively rather than being constantly challenged by inflammatory triggers. Hydration is another critical factor. Water supports mucosal integrity and helps flush metabolic waste, which reduces inflammatory stress on the gut. Sipping consistently throughout the day is more effective than drinking large quantities all at once, which can dilute digestive enzymes and reduce nutrient uptake. Additionally, combining the gut-repairing food with supportive nutrients such as zinc, glutamine, and specific polyphenols provides the building blocks required for epithelial cell regeneration and promotes the growth of beneficial microbes. These compounds work synergistically to reduce inflammation and accelerate tissue repair. Timing meals to support circadian rhythms further enhances effectiveness. Eating earlier in the day and allowing adequate fasting periods between meals gives the gut a chance to complete repair and microbial maintenance processes. Stress management plays a complementary role because elevated cortisol disrupts tight junction integrity and promotes dysbiosis. Incorporating simple daily practices such as short walks, Deep breathing or gentle yoga can significantly improve outcomes. Sleep is equally important, as restorative sleep allows cellular repair, immune recalibration, amplifying the effects of the gut repair strategy. Common mistakes that reduce effectiveness include relying on supplements alone without repairing the lining, eating foods that provoke inflammation while trying to heal, inconsistent timing, or neglecting hydration and sleep. Over-reliance on probiotics without addressing the epithelial barrier can even exacerbate symptoms, as the gut may not be ready to accommodate microbial shifts. Patients who follow the method consistently avoid inflammatory triggers and combine the secret food with supportive lifestyle practices typically notice improvements in bloating, digestion, and energy within 10 to 14 days. Small adjustments make a big difference. Preparing meals in a way that preserves nutrient content, spacing out supportive foods, and gradually integrating lifestyle habits ensures the gut can adapt and heal efficiently. By combining precise daily timing, nutrient synergy, stress management, and sleep optimization with the secret food, the intestinal lining repairs faster, microbial diversity rebounds, and systemic inflammation diminishes, creating a reproducible protocol that is both clinically validated and immediately usable for rapid, lasting gut restoration. Repairing the gut is only part of the equation. Avoiding factors that actively undermine healing is equally critical. Processed foods, refined sugars, and seed oils are among the most common culprits. They provide fuel for harmful bacteria and yeast, promoting dysbiosis, and contain oxidized fats that directly damage intestinal cells. When these compounds enter the gut, they trigger inflammatory pathways and weaken tight junctions, allowing toxins to leak into circulation and prolonging systemic inflammation. Alcohol has a similar effect, disrupting microbial balance, impairing nutrient absorption, and increasing intestinal permeability, which slows the repair of the epithelial lining. Certain medications also compromise gut integrity. Non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, antibiotics, and some acid-suppressing drugs may be necessary in certain conditions, but they have profound effects on the microbiome and gut lining. Antibiotics indiscriminately kill both harmful and beneficial bacteria, leaving the gut defenseless and reducing microbial diversity essential for repairing tight junctions. NSAIDs can irritate the epithelium, promoting microlesions and inflammation, while acid-suppressed drugs alter stomach pH, allowing pathogens to proliferate and further stress the gut barrier. Avoiding unnecessary medications or discussing alternatives with a healthcare provider is essential to prevent interference with gut healing. Chronic stress and poor sleep also hinder recovery. Elevated cortisol from ongoing stress disrupts tight junction proteins, increasing gut permeability and shifts microbial populations toward inflammatory species. Sleep deprivation prevents adequate cellular repair and immune recalibration, reducing the effectiveness of gut-targeted interventions. Even if diet and supplementation are perfect, the gut cannot heal optimally under constant stress or disrupted circadian rhythms. Overeating or consuming inflammatory triggers, including processed grains, dairy in sensitive individuals, and certain food additives prolongs exposure of the gut to irritants, maintaining a cycle of inflammation. Mechanical stress from overeating stretches the intestinal wall, impact tight junction integrity, and delaying epithelial repair. Inflammation from these triggers activates immune responses, releasing cytokines like TNF, alpha, and IL-6 that further disrupt microbial balance and slow nutrient absorption. Understanding these mechanisms explains why gut repair fails in many individuals who follow generic advice but continue consuming harmful foods, enduring stress, or relying on disruptive medication. For the first gut repair secret to work effectively, it must be implemented in a supportive environment free from damaging habits. Eliminating processed foods, sugars, seed oils, and alcohol, moderating or carefully timing medications, managing stress, prioritizing restorative sleep, and avoiding overeating ensures that epithelial cells can regenerate, beneficial bacteria can thrive, and inflammatory pathways are suppressed. This holistic approach maximizes healing speed, enhances microbiome recovery, and provides a foundation for long-term gut integrity and systemic health. The first step in a 14-day gut repair blueprint is establishing a consistent routine that supports both the intestinal lining and microbiome recovery. Begin each morning with a glass of room temperature water to hydrate the mucosa and stimulate digestive enzymes. Follow this with a measured portion of the gut repairing food, ideally 20 to 30 minutes before breakfast, paired with a small amount of healthy fat to improve absorption. This early intake provides immediate nourishment for epithelial cells and beneficial microbes, setting the tone for the day. Breakfast should focus on protein, easily digestible vegetables, and anti-inflammatory fats, avoiding refined grains and sugars. Mid-morning, a second serving of the gut repair food or a small snack rich in prebiotic. Fiber encourages microbial diversity and short-chain fatty acid production. Lunch should emphasize lean protein, colorful vegetables, and fermented foods, which supply live bacteria to reinforce a healthy microbiome. Hydration continues throughout the day with frequent sips of water to support mucosal health and facilitate detoxification. Afternoon routines can include light movement, such as walking or gentle stretching to support circulation, digestion, and stress reduction. Stress management is critical because elevated cortisol directly disrupts tight junctions and slows repair. Short mindfulness practices, deep breathing, or meditation for 10 to 15 minutes can markedly enhance gut healing. Late afternoon or early evening include a small serving of the gut repairing food again to sustain epithelial support and feed beneficial bacteria as the digestive system prepares for overnight repair processes. Dinner should be balanced, avoiding processed foods, excess sugar, or inflammatory fats. Incorporating bone broth, leafy greens, and healthy fats provides nutrients that strengthen the intestinal lining and support detoxification. After dinner, light activity and relaxation, along with an early bedtime, encourage restorative sleep, which is essential for cellular repair, immune recalibration, microbial regulation. Over the 14 days, the body responds progressively. By day 3 to 5, many notice reduced bloating and digestive discomfort as microbial balance improves and inflammation begins to decrease. Days 6 to 10 often bring increased energy, clearer cognition, and improved mood, reflecting enhanced nutrient absorption and reduced systemic inflammatory signaling. By the second week, tight junction integrity strengthens, markers of gut permeability decrease, and the immune system functions more efficiently, providing resilience against everyday stresses. Daily progress markers include decreased bloating, more regular bowel movement, stabilized energy levels, reduced sugar cravings, and clearer mental focus. Tracking these changes helps reinforce adherence and motivates continuation beyond the initial 14 days. Supportive habits such as consistent hydration, stress management, mindful eating, and adequate sleep amplify the effect of the gut repairing food, ensuring that epithelial cells regenerate fully and beneficial bacteria flourish. This structured approach not only accelerates healing, but establishes a sustainable foundation for long-term gut integrity, systemic health, and resilience against inflammation-related conditions, offering a practical, actionable plan that delivers measurable results within 2 weeks.